30 years to actually learn how to let go of someone you love the most, not because they did something unforgivable or not because you stopped loving them, but because sometimes life is happening, and at times the best way to grow, the best way to get something better is to let go, even though you think you should hold on. And I can tell you from experience that it is hard, really hard, really hard to let go of someone that you love most. To let go of them even when you still want to hold on to them. It is the hardest. It is the hardest. My name is Lynette Lynn. I come from Uganda, East Africa, and right now I'm living in the countryside of Uganda. Welcome to my channel. If you're here for the very first time, you're most welcome. I hope you have subscribed to this channel to be a part of this growing family. And if you are the returning subscriber that always watches this video, support me by liking, commenting, sharing. Thank you so much. I don't take that for granted. As you can see, I'm smiling. I'm very smiley because you guys are what I appreciate on this YouTube space. Anyways, in today's video, I hope you participate. I hope it speaks to someone out there. I felt like sharing my experiences, my opinions, not religious based and not gospel truth, just my experiences. So I hope one or two people be blessed by whatever I have shared in this video. So ta-da! Enjoy the video. You can't let go while hurting. You can't let go when you're emotionally broken. You can't let go when you think that the best way to let go is to hurt the other person or punish them in one way or the other. The best way to let go is to first heal yourself emotionally. And it takes time, not a few weeks, not a few days, but a long time to emotionally detach from someone that you love the most. I have come to share my experience that I hope it can help someone out there. So if you can relate to my story, go down in the comment section and express yourself right there. I'm going to be appreciating whatever you have to say. And of course I respond. As I share this, I'm not a relationship expert. I'm not even I've not gone through different phases of relationships, and this is an experience that I've had as someone that has loved, someone that has had to let go of someone I love. It is not gospel truth, and I don't want you to hold me onto any of the relationship experts or gospel truth. It is just my experience and my opinions, and I'm here to share with you such that if you are there and maybe have always wanted to let go but been finding it hard, that you can get the courage of doing it because I did it, so you too can. Or why not? You know, love is a beautiful thing. Love is a very beautiful thing. But when this love is added onto commitment, it's the most promising, exciting journey in every couple life. Whether it is still in relationship stage, whether you're engaged, whether you are married, whichever phase you are in life. When this love is added onto commitment, that is the most beautiful, exciting phase of your life. So as I share this, I hope you know where I'm coming from and where I'm headed to. We are talking about letting go of someone that you love deeply and committed to faithfully, and had no side eyes of looking this way or the other way or the other way, but this was your person that you believed anyway. So This is where I'm coming from to share this. And whatever I'm sharing, remember, it's just an opinion, it's just an experience, and I hope it can help someone out there. And why not? And I'm not gonna lie, letting go of someone you love most is the hardest thing in life. I don't know about men, but as a woman, it is the hardest thing, like getting this someone. And I'm not talking, when I talk about letting go, I don't talk about like you just knew the person for like a few weeks or maybe a month or maybe a few months and then you have to let go. I'm talking about when you have known this person, when this person has been in your life for over 2 years. I'm talking about someone that you have loved deeply, someone that you have envisioned future together, someone that you have prayed for, someone that has been there for you, that, you know, like, I'm talking about someone that you have actually really, really loved and loved with all your heart, and you have envisioned the best life with you together. But then it happens that life happens, because always, anytime, anywhere, life is happening. At times what you hold on to best is the very thing that you are supposed to let go, actually to receive something better. So this is my story from personal experience. So basically, in letting go, I have put different phases of what it takes to let go. You can never let go while hurting. You have to heal first for you to easily let go. Otherwise, you will keep going into circles. You know, like you let go, then you go back, you know, you're not sure if you have done the right thing. So unless you have healed emotionally and you can let go, it is going to be really hard. So I have broken this into 7 phases. Number one that we're going to talk about. So number one that we are talking about relationship. When I talk about here relationship, I'm not talking about infatuation. I'm not talking about you have had this crush and this someone for so long and then they have come into your life and you're all excited and you entangle in intimacy and stuff like that, and then all that excitement wears out, and then you feel like you're not satisfying each other's needs anymore. No, I'm not talking about that relationship. Actually, the relationship I'm talking about right here is a relationship that has lasted between the two of you for maybe over a year or so, and also that when this person came into your life, it was not like an excitement of like, oh, love at first. No, like you first build a relationship outside romance and intimacy. It is a relationship that you build through friendship, being there for each other, getting acquainted, getting to know this person, and maybe along the way, after a few months, maybe after a few weeks, you realize, oh, actually, we can make something out of this. So according to my experience, there is this person that came into my life area when we were like real deep in COVID and there was lots of lockdown and stuff like that. And this person came as a friend. We used to talk like a lot, talk about different things, politics, economics, like all things, food, culture, name it. If there is anything, we talked about everything. And then before we know it, I don't know how the conversation changed. Then we started, exchanging whatever we were talking about into romantic texts and stuff like that. And then, boom, I don't know, now we coupled up and there we were. And then it was exciting. It was really like, it was this beautiful thing. It was a very nice relationship, like calls after calls. How do I say it? It was just amazing. So I realized, excuse me. So I realized that the second phase that I was supposed to talk about letting go is about being loved, being emotionally and physically or romantically involved with the other person, But I realized that I've finished everything in the other first thing or relationship, because I love this person with my heart, with everything. Like, I had never loved any person in my life like I love this person. I'm talking about the past. Present, I have someone that I love most compared to the other relationship. But in that category of the previous relationship, that was it. Like, I'd never loved or committed to any person. Actually, I've never committed to any person in my life. That was the first person I had committed to. But, that's why I'm talking about letting go. And I had to let go. So the second phase that I want to talk about was being involved in love. Like, you love each other, like you feel you can't do with each other, you feel like, oh my god, this is it. And then let's talk about the third one. These are like Christmas decorations, as you can see. This is almost like a Christmas tree. Anyways, it's still hanging in the house. But anyways, the third phase that I'm going to talk about before letting go is wearing out or getting tired of each other, or maybe being given a space. So the thing with me is, when I love this person, when I commit to this person, when I'm like, this is my person, this is my guy, this is my everything, I am invested emotionally. I pray for that person, maybe financially a little bit, maybe even not at all. But any other thing, I am involved. I stay faithful because I've been faithful to myself as a single, old, growing woman, and I still stay faithful even in relationship. As I've already told you, I am counting on that one person. I don't have to do multiple relationships to choose the one. I always give that one person 100% of my time, such that when everything else fails, I'd have nothing to blame myself with. So anyways, like, time happens, after the year of being excited and being, loved and loving back, I realized that now we are, like, getting really like tired. Okay, I was not tired. I was still involved in this thing. Oh my God, I was still involved in this thing. I was hopeful, prayerful, excited. I was living for the best for the both of us. But anyways, I don't know. But the other person started giving me space. Where we used to talk a lot every day started becoming like one text in a day. Then it turned to days. Like, sometimes it's quiet. Then you go, you talk. You're like, oh, hi, is everything well? Then he's like, yeah, everything is well. I'm just busy. And then in that same year, he loses the person that he loves the most in a family. And then, like, now we go through the phases of, mourning and, holding the emotions back. And he was someone that was really broken emotionally, if I may say. If anything happened, even if it meant like losing a pet, he would really lose his mind. He would have to take medication for that. That was how it was. So, like, you're there for this person until he gets back to his feet, maybe, but at least you would tell me now it's getting better. And you are there when this person was crying, when this person was, name it. And then now it turns out to be that now he's spacing out. He used to space out for a few hours, then he started spacing out for days. Then I started becoming the very person looking for the person, for the other person. Like, yo, is everything all right? Or blah, blah, blah. Then he would say, oh, everything is all right. I'm just going through a lot, changing jobs and da-da-da-da. Giving maybe right responses. And then I'm hopeful. I'm like, oh man, I can still keep doing this. And then at times I'm like, maybe I should also keep quiet. If this person can keep quiet for 2 days and is not texting me, and that was not like this before, the weeks ago or months ago, a year ago, I should also space out and see if this person will look for me. Or you would send him a text, then he would see it, then does not reply. For like after like 3 days or 4 days, then he comes like, oh, I just realized that you're quiet. Is everything okay? And then you're like, but I'm the one who last texted you. You even blue ticked me, but you didn't say anything. So I thought it was okay. That's how things go. So I realized that in spacing out, in all that, so I thought maybe he got weary of the relationship or got tired of the relationship, or like, that's what I thought, So now this brings us to the fourth reason. So the fourth reason is, now I'm broken. I don't know about the other end, But personally, I was so broken. I started, like doubting. I'm like, did he get someone better? Is he letting go, or what? What is happening? My heart was hurting. As I told you, I really love this guy. Like, oh my goodness, I really, really, really love this guy. And then my heart is hurting. I am confused. I don't know what is happening. And when you would ask him, he would tell you, oh, I love you. You are the best. You are mine. I just have so many things that I'm going through that I cannot I cannot like divide all like my attention to you and these things that I'm going through and blah blah blah. And I'm like, he would tell me, he would sing for me, send me great songs, and then I'm like, oh dude, he loves me and stuff like that. But I was getting broken and broken and broken because literally nothing was changing. Nothing was changing. So I was getting broken hearted. I was getting broken emotionally. It was being unbearable. This is what I believe. You cannot give what you don't have. You cannot love when you don't have love. You cannot emotionally be available when you are emotionally absent for yourself. What we forget in many relationships is who we are, what we are, and what we aim for. Before you look for any other person out there to fill the void you feel in your heart, first ask yourself, what would you do for yourself to fill that gap? Because there is no person out there that will love you perfectly as you love yourself. And even if they love you perfectly, if you don't love yourself, you won't feel it. If you're emotionally broken down, it is better to first heal first and get back to your feet before you involve another person in your life. Because the truth is, if you bring in another person to fill the void you feel, you will still hurt them and hurt yourself. So, I speak from a healed mind. I speak from a let go mind. I speak from a once a hurting soul that found the power to let go. And right now has embraced new love, new relationship, a new person. And when this person came in, I truly was healed and I knew I was supposed to commit to this person. And it's becoming a beautiful, exciting story that one day all of us who are still going to be watching this channel will share with us and experience. So, yeah, this is me for you. All right. Ooh. That brings us to the 5th phase of letting go. So I started hurting. It started hurting so bad. I started having trust issues with him. I started wanting to, like maybe let go, but not really let go, but want to hurt him. So I would think the only payoff is to actually act like I'm there when he comes, because he used to come like after days. Or in the weeks he's excited, he would text, you would call, he would, love on you for like a week, then he spaces out for like 3 weeks. That was how it was happening. So I was hurting. I'm like, if it is like this, it means this guy no longer loves me, or maybe he got someone better than me. So what I'm going to do is to get a replacement, and then I let go. Like, it hurts him. But now the thing with letting go, you must heal. Like, if you don't heal, you cannot let go. That mindset of wanting to hurt the other person by letting go or getting someone else, you will end up destroying 3 lives. Your life, because one, you're hurting and you still love the other person, but you still think you should invite in another person to fill the gap the other person is not, to fill the gap that you feel has a void. But by letting that person in, it means you're going to hurt him because you're not going to love him emotionally. You're not going to give him time. You will still think about the other person that you love most, but the person doesn't love you. So at the end of the day, you will hurt yourself, hurt the other person, and hurt the other person. So, I mean, I stopped doing that. So, mind you, as I talk all this, I am a more long distance relationship online dating girl, so I don't usually involve myself into physical emotions, really. So we were hurting. I don't know, but I was hurting, and as I hurt, I wanted to let go, but it was hard because I still loved this person, and everything I was doing, I was just doing it such that this person would come back to me, and it was becoming hard. It was becoming more hurting to actually see that he was so distant, you know. But he would come back. He would, like, at one time you would be almost making a decision that you would regret in the future, or maybe you just wanted to just say yes to this person. You don't love the person, but you just want to say yes, such that at least you move on, you leave this hurting relationship and you enter into another relationship. Perhaps you could find love there, and then in that moment he would just show up, and then he loves on you, and you let go of the other person. You're like, oh my God, I have someone in my life. Or so it was complicated. It stopped from being, oh, I'm single. It came to relationship. I'm in a relationship with someone, and then again, when they would ask me, oh, what's your relationship status? Oh, do you have someone in your life? I started saying it's complicated. I now understand. I feel like I relate to people who say it's complicated. Like, sometimes you have someone in your life you have not let go of, and like emotionally there is nothing that is attaching you to this person. Maybe it has turned out to be one-sided relationship. Now the sixth one, which is actually the second last, is when you start healing. So literally at first, when I wanted to really let go, I was hurting. I still loved this person. I wanted this person to realize that he had actually spaced out and come back and love me the way he used to love me. I wanted him to be promising. I wanted him to be there for me. I wanted him to love me, and I feel that he loved me, and then he was not doing it. So in my hurting, I realized that it had turned out to be a one-sided relationship. You guys, I'm African. I've been born in Africa. I've been raised in Africa. I've grown in Africa. I've not even left my country yet to go to a neighboring country. But the thing is, here, emotionally, romantically, most times, at least 99%, a man is supposed to pursue you with love. They're supposed to love you, you know, like they're supposed to feel like you're wanted, you're needed in their life, for you to submit to them. A responsible man in Africa is supposed to be able to fend for his family, be the protector, be there for his family, pursue his woman with love, takes care of his family. That's the setup that we know. Of course, it is not that in every home it's that way, and of course there are many single mothers right now. There are also many married women that are taking care of their families, including the husbands. But initially, that was how it was. The setup was like that. The man was supposed to pursue a woman with love and stuff like that. But for me, it changed. I realized I was the only person now trying to look for this person, trying to be available, trying to ask if everything was okay. And it was hurting. Oh my God, it was hurting. Being in a one-sided relationship is the most hurting thing that can ever happen to any woman across the world. I don't even care how you romanticize it, but being in a one-sided relationship, like you love the man, you start loving the man more than he loves you. Because literally we're supposed to love back. He comes, the way he treats you, the way he loves you, the way the things he does for you, you reciprocate. You know what I'm saying? So it was hurting. It was hurting to go through all that in a one-sided relationship, which I actually had to let go. And because I was hurting, it was hard for me to let go. This is where I learned, I would literally tell him everything he was doing wrong, I would complain, and then he would be like, oh, it means I'm not good enough, it means I'm not perfect for you, maybe, but may I know I love you, So I realized that even when I would keep quiet, I'm like, let me space out. If he's quiet, I keep quiet. I would still be hurting. My heart was into that guy like so much, and I realized that it was hard for me to let go when I still was emotionally attached, like still had hopes in him. So first and foremost, I used to tell him of everything he's not doing right, And every time, he would come back to me, I would be like, no, you don't tell me this, blah, 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 blah. I would complain of everything he's not doing right. And I forgot all the good, perfect things, the better things that he had done in the past. Because now I was hurting, because now I was longing for something that he was not providing as he was providing. I started complaining, telling him of things that he was not doing, and it was getting really out of hand. So one time I decided to keep quiet. No, before I decided to keep quiet, we were talking, trying to pull rope, being there. And then I kept quiet I told him, basically what I see, this is not going to work. Probably you got someone better, or you realized I was not good enough for you. God forbid a woman ever says to a man that she was not good enough. But anyway, I said it, and now I know better that I shouldn't have even said that maybe I'm not good enough for you, because what do I mean that I'm not good enough? I'm the perfect one for the right one, right? Anyway, so we kept quiet for like months, could be 4 months. So one time I posted a status on my WhatsApp, and then he comes and comments. He comments like after 4 months of him not talking to me, of course, me telling him that I'm done. He comments, and then we started from there. We started talking, we started promising, and not fulfilling. And we talked like excitedly for like 2 months, then he again started spacing out. But I was like, if he came back, maybe this time it will work out. But oh my God, it did not work out. It's still like really not work out. So that was the time I used to ask him, if you knew that you were not into this, I had already let go. I was living my life. I was healing. My heart was getting better. Why did you come back in my inbox? Why did you text me? Why didn't you leave me? I was complaining, like, why did you have to come back? You should have let me be. Why did you come back in my space, yet you knew you had commitment issues, and you knew it was not going to work out? So, everything he would say, oh, for you're still young. You guys, by this far, I'm in my 30s, early 30s. But he would be like, you're still young. I'm even older than you, and I'm still here. I'm still here. I'm here for you. Maybe you don't feel it, but I'm here for you. I'm like, yeah, I am younger, but I don't want commitment issues. I want, if you're committed, be invested in me, love me, let me feel that you love me. When you came into my life for the first time, you were a man that I dreamed of, a man that I fell in love with, a man that I dreamed with, a man that envisioned the beautiful future with. What happened to you? What happened to you in this second year? What happened to you in this third year that we are in? I'm like, I miss that old man, the man that I fell in love with the first year. He was not getting it. So I realized the reason why he was not getting it, I had all the texts, I had everything that we had talked and the promises in my WhatsApp, in my Messenger, everywhere we communicated with. I had all the videos, I had all the pictures, and he had changed phones like thrice. not even thrice. I think he had changed. No, one time his phone got issues, then he had fixed it. He lost all the messages and stuff. The second time he upgraded his phone to iPhone 16, and then, of course, he said in quotes, he didn't have the old data, which I doubted, of course, but when I looked back, I realized I would go through the old chats, go through the old videos, and then I would still hold on to that hope. Yet for him, he had moved on, he didn't have any. So what I did, letting go is like going through circles. Like it looks like every time you want to let go, there is one reason that tells you that you should hold on. The time when you decide to let go, your heart will not reason with your mind. Your heart is still emotionally attached to this person, but your mind tells you everything that has been happening and shows you all the signals for you to have let go early, but it is going to be hard for you to let go because the heart, love starts from the heart, and letting go will also come from the heart. And unless this heart has healed enough not to hurt the other person, not to attack the other person, not to esteem yourself about the other person, you will not let go. The utmost you will do is hurt yourself and hurt the other person that will come into your life. So I would beseech everyone out there, if you have any experience you're going through in your relationship and you thought the best way to let go was, prove the other person that they missed the best, no, that's not the right thing to do. First, heal emotionally. This heart needs to heal emotionally before you allow in another person. So what I did, part one of my healing, I went into my WhatsApp chats, cleared every chat, cleared every video, cleared every voice note or voice audio, because if you really have to heal, you have to start letting go of things that remind you that you should stay here. And when I did that, it was good because I had nothing to look back onto, to be held back onto. And that was the beginning of my healing. Secondly, when he would text me randomly, because now it stopped from being frequent texts and calls and stuff, it started becoming random calls and texts because I really wanted to detach, and my heart has also gotten the wound was really healing, and I was getting stronger emotionally. And I was also trusting God that if he's really the one, he should stay, and if he's not the one, he should go. But here I was the main character that had to learn how to let go. Because for him, he would say, he will always be in my life 24/7, all year round, because he loves me. If I want, I should call him every day, or if I can call it, he said, if you want, I'm going to be here for you every day. If you want, you can call me every day, or you can call me once in a year. But I'm going to be here because I love you. I'm like, look, like me? Who is looking for a man that can pursue me with love? I'm the one supposed to be calling you. I'm like, no. I'm not going to stay for this. Anyways, when he would text me, I would answer him like any normal person. I stopped attaching my emotions into the texts because that is another way to heal. I stopped attaching my emotions and my feelings into texts. And another thing that I did was to appreciate him. I started sending him messages of saying goodbye, but in a good way. The other time when I was still hurting, it was hard for me to send a very nice message of saying goodbye. I would just write all the things he has not done and say, I'm done with you. But here I started telling him all the nice things, what he is, what he was. Like I started, like bringing in the best part of him that I saw, and tell him, yes, you are this, this was our story, but this story, I believe it was not meant to work, so maybe we should be apart. We were for a moment, but right now I realize that it's not going to work, because we have tried. We have broken up, gotten back, we have spaced out, talked back, but still it looks like this is not going to work. But when I was speaking like this, I was now healed. I was not hurting anymore. By the time I started embracing him and talking to him that way, I wasn't hurting. My heart was okay. It was okay for him not to talk to me for days, and I wasn't even thinking about him. So when I every time I would tell him all the best things that he would keep saying, maybe I'm not perfect, maybe I'm not good enough, but me, I know I loved you. It's just because you're not seeing it, or stuff like that. And I'm like, if I saw it in the first year, and I didn't see it in the second year, and I didn't see it in the third year, and I didn't see it, now we are almost going into fourth year. How am I going to see it? Like, how best am I going to see it? But this is what I feel. This is what I know. This is it. This is where we stop. This is where we end. Our relationship was not meant to work. It was best. I believe the best for us. Maybe you also believe the best for us, but it looks like destiny had not allowed us. Whew. A sigh of relief. La, 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 la. Oh, it's good to be loved. So finally, guys, I let go. I believe he also let go, because the last texts we had was months back. He has not texted back, and I've not texted him. And it has been amazing to let go. From all this that I've shared with you, I can tell you, guarantee you, that the hardest is wanting to let go when your heart is still hurting, when you're emotionally attached to the other person. I can guarantee you it is going to be the hardest for you to let go. So, as I speak, someone else, after letting go, actually, the beauty of letting go is you open up your heart, open up your time, open up your affection, open up your prayers. If you are a believer like I am, and you know how to really trust in God, you humble yourself, ask for forgiveness, and what happens is that God is faithful. God is super faithful. Sometimes what you hold on to, thinking, oh my God, this is the best, oh my God, you don't know. There is something better coming after letting go. And the reason why I'm sharing this is I let go of this person, not because I stopped loving him. It is because along the way, however much he would tell me he still loved me, after the experience that I've gone through, and after knowing him from the previous first year that we met, I knew there was something wrong and we were not going to work out. I still love this person. Right now, of course, I can't say I love him as I love my present person, but when I let go, I still had a little bit of hope like this, that he would actually see what was wrong and then be a better person for me. But that didn't happen. And even if it happens right now, there is no space for him. Because you guys, God is very amazing. God is very perfect in his ways. God is very steady in his purposes. God is faithful. God is true. He can put any condition in your life to present you to to the best person. I remember when I told him I'm an African girl. I am not going to pretend like I pursue men, because I don't know how to pursue men. I'm supposed to be loved, and I love back. And I said, I know what I'm looking for in a person. And I knew what exactly I was praying for. And I knew why I was not content with him. And God blessed me. God blessed me with a wonderful person in my life right now. Oh my God, I'm praying that this time I will come back with him to tell you how we met. In many months to come, maybe even years to come. I don't know. But I trust, believe that this was God writing a beautiful, better story for me after choosing to let go, not hurting the other and not hurting myself. When I chose to let go as a healed young woman, God made a way for me. But how? I trusted him, humbled myself before his altar, and told him, God, I've tried my best. I have walked my way. I have believed for the best. But here I am, your girl, coming back at your feet to say everything that I thought I had built, everything that I thought was, suddenly is not. So now guide my way. And truthfully, he did. So I'm a happy girl. I hope you have learned 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 things in how better to let go or detach from the person you still love, but have realized that it won't work out because of some issues that happen along the way. And yep, when I was growing up, I don't mean being young. I mean when I had grown up and became a person, like when a person would come to me and tell me, oh, I'm going through this and this in my relationship and I don't know what to do, or they tell me the whole story. I'd be like, what are you waiting for? Hurry up. If I was you, you know what I'm saying? I would have let go. Not even a week would have passed. That very moment, when I realized that this and this was happening, I would have let go. I am sorry to everyone that I told so, because I didn't know. I had no experience. I was just talking out of facts and opinion. I had not experienced anything, and I didn't know by all facts that it was most hard to let go of someone that you love most.